Well, inspiration turns into ideas, and ideas turn into inventions, which have the potential to change the world. Our brand new children's book series is called If Not You, Then Who? And it's all about inspiring that creativity. Joining us now to tell us more is author David Pridham. Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Before we get to the kids, let's just talk about how significant inventors and inventions are in our world.
Well, it's a great story. I like to tell folks that the history of inventors and inventorship is really interwoven with the history of America. America was founded by the founding fathers on the concept of being able to own your own invention, which was something really novel in the day. It used to be only large companies could invent and control their inventions. America changed that. George Washington actually signed the first inventive patents. Thomas Jefferson actually examined the patents and would correspond with inventors back when he was Secretary of State. Abe Lincoln actually owned a patent that he created. So throughout history, as technology grew and as inventorship grew here in America, you could see sort of the economic results of that. So it's a really interesting story that runs parallel, inventorship and the evolution of American economy.
All that history aside, some folks may still see this realm of bringing an idea to an invention to the market as something kind of overwhelming or intimidating. And I know that you interact with a lot of inventors. What exactly do you do with them?
Well, we help inventors capture their ideas and then protect them. We work with inventors. I'll be on the phone early in the morning with some of our inventor clients in Europe. We do work throughout the day with inventors here in the United States. A lot of work with some of the folks that were pioneers in the digital camera field at Kodak. And then late into the night, we have inventor clients in Europe, including companies like Panasonic. So what's great about my job is throughout the day, you're learning different things about different fields, everything from smartphones to smart home technology to retractable roofs. One of our clients invented the retractable roof and actually built the roof over Cowboys Stadium. So it's a pretty cool variety that I get to interact with.
Wow. And so even with all the stuff coming at you all hours of the day from all time zones, you still had time to think about reaching out to children who are just nonstop inspiration, creativity. But why specifically did you want to introduce kids or connect them to the world of inventing at the point in their life where they are?
Well, that's a great question. And you mentioned earlier that it can be a little bit overwhelming. And I think that's absolutely true. And one of the things that my wife and I, who co-wrote the book with me, wanted to do was make the concept of invention more approachable for children, because it's really these children of today who are going to be the inventors and the pioneers of tomorrow. So that's what we tried to do. We tried to take common sense things like, for example, a girl going through the normal daily activities, a boy building a treehouse, a family playing a bunch of family games, and then showing exactly what inventions were relied upon in doing those everyday activities. Everything from the electric toothbrush to the safety pin has an inventive story and an inventor behind it. And so we try to capture that and tell kids that, look, your ideas are important. And especially in this time when, we have 3 young children who are homeschooling because of COVID now. I think kids are frustrated. They're feeling a little bit isolated. And it's important to reinforce the concept that their inventions and their ideas are their property. And they're going to be the next Steve Jobs or the next Henry Ford. It's very possible that folks who are reading our book are going to be really important technological drivers of tomorrow.
This sounds like, David, it could have been, one fantastic book. Why did you decide to do a series? And is the core message kind of the same in each of the books, told through different kids? Or what went into that decision for you in terms of, one great children's book or a few?
Well, we started with the Pink Pajamas, the Inventor in the Pink Pajamas book, and the idea was to do one book and to just help reinforce the idea that creativity matters in young women. And as we did that, we realized that it was important to do the same for boys as we had done for girls. And so our second book was about a kid building a treehouse with his family. And then we got into the concept of, okay, well, the whole family plays, at least our family plays a lot of different sports. And there are great invention stories around every sport from tennis to Frisbee. And so we just released that book this week. And we actually now are taking a look at green energy. And we have a new book, fourth book, coming out on Earth Day about the children entering a science fair and learning about green technologies and saving the planet. So the great thing about inventions and inventors is that they really touch on everything we do, and that's something that really was impressed upon us as we started down this path, and now we're 4 books in, and who knows where it'll stop.
Well, I'm very grateful to the inventors of the video teleconference and its first inception that's grown into now what we're able to do here, so we could talk to you on the show about the book.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you very much.
The If Not You book series by David and Emberly Pridham. For more information, you can visit ifnotoubooks.com. You can also connect on Facebook and Instagram at If Not You Books.